All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. How's everybody doing this evening? Yeah, it's so great to see all of you. I'm Dr. Nightingale. I'm an associate professor in our social work department, and I'm the interim director of the Women's and Gender Studies program this year. So thank you all so much for, perfect timing. No, you're like perfect. Okay, so thank you all for coming. No, I know. I got it. So good. All right. So we are so happy to be together tonight to celebrate the many achievements of students in the Women's and Gender Studies program. We are so proud of these students for their dedication to learning, their commitment to academic excellence, and their genuine interest in making the world around them a better place. When I look at the students in this room, up front and all over, I know there's a lot to celebrate here. So the ceremony this evening will be brief. We will hear remarks from our own Dean Todd. We will recognize graduating seniors. We will give an award to one of our students. And we will, of course, complete the induction of new members to our Honors Society. And after the brief ceremony, we hope you'll stay to celebrate, be in community together, take pictures in front of our banner, and talk together. So we are going to start with remarks from Dean Emily Todd, who is the Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences.
And I'm sorry that I just rolled in. This is the season of Honor Society events. So I'm so delighted to be here and to congratulate you. And I have to say that thinking about tonight's event has been especially meaningful for me. And when I went back and looked into the history of Triota, am I saying it correctly? I realized it was founded in 1985, and I'm going to tell you that that was the year that I entered college as a first-year student, 1985. And I entered college with this book, a book of woman poets that was given to me by a high school teacher because she knew that I was starting to get interested in women writers. And I have this clear memory of reading In a Different Voice by Carol Gilligan on a train when I was 16, and I thought, 1985. That, the beginning of this honor society was the beginning of my academic life, and I took all kinds of classes, feminist anthropology, women's lives, women's lyrics, and I found the paper I wrote from that. You can tell it's from 1988. Marianne Archibald, Adrienne Rich, an exploration of women's lives and women's writing. And I also used to carry around in my book bag, I kid you not, a Wild Patience Has Taken Me This Far by Adrienne Rich. And I now know from my much older age that I was a student when women's studies was just kind of beginning in the academy. And so that affected what I was learning. But if I'd been in college 10 years earlier, I probably wouldn't have gotten to take those classes. My professors were starting to do that work. They were starting to open up the canon. So I'm sorry for the personal detour, but I wanted to let you know that the opportunity to come here tonight and speak has been especially meaningful because it took me back in my own academic history and made me reflect on how important this work is that you're doing. And I know from talking to Dr. Nightingale that those of you who we are honoring tonight, we are honoring not only for your academic excellence, but for the thinking you've done in a curricular way, right? As advisory board members, you've been thinking about interdisciplinarity. You've probably been thinking about the direction of the discipline in different ways, right? The direction of the work you're doing. When I was in college, the term intersectionality was not a term that people were using, I know that what the thinking that you're doing and the ways that you're imagining women's and gender studies into the future is vitally important, right? It's really important. So there's a history you're building on, but you here represent people who are looking into the future. And I firmly believe that not only the kind of thinking you're doing here at Eastern, but the thinking you're doing in your own lives, how you're connecting what you're learning, maybe if you have another major, or if you're a minor and you're connecting your work here to your major, but also to your life after Eastern. We know that the thinking that you're doing in women's and gender studies matters after Eastern. It matters in the workplace that you join, in the communities you join, in the ways that you're thinking about our civic life and our common life. So I just want you to feel a whole bunch of power right now, okay? Feel a whole bunch of power in how you're going out into the world, and that the thinking that you're doing is going to help you be a good voice, right? Help you take good steps in your own lives and in our society's lives. So I'm going to also then say the general things I say at an Honor Society event, which is congratulations on getting to this point. It's a big deal to be recognized for your academic excellence, right? It's a moment. So congratulations to you and to the parents who are here to celebrate your students. I know you've supported them in their academic excellence, and you'll have this with you on your resume, but also in your mind and your sense of what you've accomplished in your life. So don't minimize those accomplishments. All right. Congratulations and thank you. And thank you for letting me bring props.
All right, so at this point, we are going to induct our new members into the Triota Honor Society. Triota, is a national honor society that was proudly started at MSU Denver in 1985, and which has over 100 chapters. The Greek letter iota was selected for the name to represent the three goddesses, Inanna, Ishtar, and Isis. Triota strives to maintain feminist values that encourage diversity, egalitarianism, and supportive academic environments. It is distinctive in its commitment to community service. Eastern's Epsilon Gamma chapter of Triota celebrated its first induction ceremony in 2019. Students and alums selected for this honor have completed at least 9 hours of women's and gender studies courses with an overall GPA of at least 3.0 and a program GPA of at least 3.3. And they are without a history of academic dishonesty or any other unfitness for this organization. Triota members are distinguished at graduation by lilac honors cords and Triota pins. So we're just going to get set up here for a second, and then we will start the induction process. So Dean Todd and Lexi. Okay, so I have the honor of presenting to you, our community, and to our faculty, the 2025 candidates for membership in the Epsilon Gamma chapter of Triota. So candidates, the first thing, please rise as your name is called and remain standing where you are. I'll tell you when to walk, okay? So first, Samuel Coffin. Yeah, totally. Madison Dashnaw. Jenna Hank. Orion Levy. Allison McElfresh. Elizabeth Squire. And Emily Tarbox. Inductees, you are invited to join us in Iota, 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 the National Honor Society in Women's and Gender Studies. We ask that you contribute to Triota's mission to maintain feminist values that are intersectional and which encourage diversity, egalitarianism, and a supportive academic environment for all students. Membership in Triota is an outward recognition of personal and academic accomplishments. Each of you here has been recommended to us as a person of superior scholarship with enthusiasm for feminist studies and are therefore worthy of this honor. Being a member of Triota as a whole requires that you continue these efforts and prepare yourself to take the insights you have found here into your communities, sharing with others your joy and appreciation in our discipline. My friends, are you ready to take upon yourself the obligation of membership and the Triota Society and its local chapter? If so, answer, we are ready to become members of Triota. We are ready to become members of Triota. Yay, okay, that's great. Triota is honored to recognize you now as esteemed members. We present you with the outward signs of your induction, your membership certificate and PIN, which Dean Todd's going to give you your certificate when I call your name, and a cord, which Lexi Valentine, the current president of Triota, will, yeah, Lexi. And a cord to wear with your regalia when you get to commencement. So please step forward now as your name is called and receive these symbols of your membership. Samuel Coffin. Madison Dashna. Jenna Hank. Orion Levy. Allison McElfresh. Elizabeth Squire. And Emily Tarbucks. Inductees, I now declare you to be members in full standing of the Epsilon Gamma chapter of Triota. We welcome you into the society. Congratulations. And you all can sit. All right. Thank you. Okay. Next, we would like to recognize the students graduating this spring with a minor in Women's and Gender Studies. If the graduating seniors who are here tonight could please stand when I call your name. Brianna Duffy. We can still clap for Brianna. Jenna Hank is here. Shauna Lee McCain. Jennifer Roos. Lexi Valentine. Samantha Vertucci. Ariana Wanzo. We are so proud of you. Getting to graduation is not a small thing, and we are excited for you and your next steps. We believe you are ready to move on and outside of Eastern at this point. Next, we would like to recognize the winner of the Dr. Marcia P. McGowan Scholarship for Excellence in Women's and Gender Studies. The student who earned this award showed excellence in their academic work in women and gender studies, has practiced the principles of our discipline in their internship, and is deeply invested in our community. Congratulations, Madison Dashna. Right. Finally, I would like to recognize Alexis Valentine, who will be the graduation marshal representing Triota. Can stand at commencement this year. I will be the faculty marshal, and we are real excited to have sticks. We're excited for the training. We're all in. So before closing, I have one more note. Our longtime director of Women and Gender Studies, Dr. Maureen McDonnell, she was on leave this year. She has traditionally provided little candle plants at this event. So in her honor, we've provided them again. Although she's not here tonight, I know she's like really proud of all of you, because I speak to her, so I know that, okay? I would like to, in this moment, just take the time to honor the important impact she's had on this program, as well as on all of your education. So, and we're gonna send her this video, so let's talk. So any of our students here who want to pick out a plant, it's a candle plant, but want to pick that out before you go, please do. So thank you all so much for being here, for celebrating these important achievements. I encourage you to stay, to eat. There's plenty of food, to take pictures with each other in front of the banner. And this concludes the formal portion of our event. Thank you.